Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Section 1.4 Prime Factorization Lesson. Pause while you write Section 1.4 lesson in your notes. Pause while you write today's lesson objective in your interactive student notebook. Today's objective is I can express a number as its prime factorization by completing Big Ideas Math practice with 100% accuracy in multiple attempts. Copy the following vocabulary words, definitions, and examples in your notebook. Our vocabulary words for this lesson are factor pair, prime factorization, and factor tree. Be sure to copy everything exactly as it appears on the screen. Go to page 26 in your textbook. Let's look at the top of the page. It reminds us that because 2 is a factor of 10, and 2 times 5 equals 10, 5 is also a factor of 10. The pair 2 and 5 is called a factor pair of 10. So that's an example of a factor pair. Let's look at the study tip on the side, and it says that when making an organized list of factor pairs, stop finding pairs when the factors begin to repeat. This example shows a list that goes vertically, but remember that in 5th grade you were taught how to make lists of factors using factor rainbows, and that is a perfectly acceptable way to make lists of factors. Example 1 says, finding factor pairs. The brass section of a marching band has 30 members. The band director arranges the brass section in rows. Each row has the same number of members. How many possible arrangements are there? So we're going to use factor pairs of 30 to find the number of arrangements. And so if we look at the factor pair of 1 and 30, there could be 1 row of 30 or 30 rows of 1. And then we look at the factor pair of 2 and 15, and there could be 2 rows of 15 or 15 rows of 2. And then moving on down the list, 3 rows of 10 or 10 rows of 30. And there could be 5 rows of 6 or 6 rows of 5. And then finally, we repeat, and it says the factors of 5 and 6 are already listed, so we don't want to list those again. There are 8 possible arrangements: 1 row of 30 and 30 rows of 1, 2 rows of 15 and 15 rows of 2, 3 rows of 10 and 10 rows of 3, 5 rows of 6 or 6 rows of 5. So if you count those different arrangements up, that turns out to be 8 possible arrangements. Moving down to, we're going to skip the on your own for right now, moving down to the key idea. It reminds us that prime factorization is a composite number that is written as a product of its prime factors. And we get to prime factorization by using a factor tree. You can use factor pairs in a factor tree to help find the prime factorization of a number. The factor tree is complete when only prime factors appear in the product. A factor tree for 60 is shown. So a couple of key things to remember about factor trees are that you may not have any ones, because 1 is not a prime number. It is also not a composite number. Okay, so remember that there are no 1s in factor trees. You should probably make that note next to the definition in your notebook where you wrote factor trees. That's super important. And you can start with any 2 numbers that multiply together to make your number at the top. So if we had started with 12 times 5 instead of 2 times 30, we would have gotten the same prime factorization. But the book started with 2 times 30, and then they recognized that 2 was prime, so they circled that, and they just left it. Sometimes last year you may have been taught to keep dropping down those prime numbers, and that works just as well. As long as you don't lose them, that's fine. Circling them is another good technique. And then 2 is prime, so you leave that alone. 30 is not prime, so you keep factoring that out. So the book said 2 times 15, and they recognized that 2 was prime, so they circled that. 15 is not prime, so they have to factor that, and they know that 3 times 5 is 15. So they circle those two numbers because those two are prime numbers. So when you have only circled numbers left, you know that you have reached your prime factorization. So 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, or 2 to the second power times 3 times 5 equals 60. That is your prime factorization. Moving on to example 2, writing a prime factorization. Let's look at the study tip. It says, notice that beginning with different factor pairs results in the same prime factorization. I think I told you that on the last page. Every composite number has only one prime factorization. We're going to write the prime factorization for 48. Choose any factor pair of 48 to begin the factor tree. So in the factor tree on the left, they chose 2 times 24, and on the factor tree on the right, they chose 3 times 16. And it says to find a factor pair and draw branches and circle the prime factors as you find them. Find factors until each branch ends at a prime factor. So they did this, and I'm not going to talk you through both factor trees, but if you look at them, you can see that they end with the same prime factors. So each tree ends with the same numbers. They end with 4 2s and 1 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 2s and 3. 1 3 and 1 2 3 4 2s. There's our 3. So the prime factorization of 48 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, or 2 to the 4th times 3. Example 3 says using a prime factorization. And here's a use for prime factorization besides just doing it and using factor trees. Because 1575 has many factors, it is not efficient to list all of its factors and check for perfect squares. Use the prime factorization of 1575 to find any perfect squares that are factors. So, if you look at the prime factorization, you can look at the factor tree, and you see that we have 25 times 63, and then the prime factorization turns out to be 3 times 3 times 5 times 5 times 7. So the prime factorization shows that 1575 has 3 factors other than 1 that are perfect squares. 3 times 3 equals 9, 5 times 5 equals 25. 3 times 5 times 3 times 5 equals 15 times 15, so that equals 225. So the greatest perfect square that is a factor of 1575 is 225. So what we are doing here is we are finding prime factors in our final prime factorization that have partners that match up with them. So for example, 3 has another 3 that matches up with it, and 5 has another 5 that matches up with it. So we know that 9 is a perfect square that's in the prime factorization, and 25 has a perfect square. And then since they have partners that match up with them, then 3 and 5 can match up with each other and multiply together to equal our 15s down here in this part, and multiply together to equal 225. So that's where the 225 came from. If you have a question on this one, remember to put it in your exit slip and mark it, and we can go over it in class. Your assignment is to complete the On Your Own questions 1 through 9 on textbook pages 26 and 27. Be prepared to share your work in our next class. Please remember to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson. You need to complete your exit slip back at the website. You also need to come to our next class prepared with the journal pages that we did during the flipped lesson or any other work that we did for the flipped lesson completed. You also need to be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed, and be ready with any questions you have for your teacher, and as always, have a good attitude. We'll see you tomorrow in class.